Hi there, Dojo disciples. Welcome to Famicom Dojo. I'm one of your hosts, SeanOrange from That's Orange LLC. Joining me later across the gulf of time and space will be Vinnk from his Den of Shame.
What do you mean later? I have my own camera now. I've had it for years.
We thought for our third installment of Keep or Heap we'd talk about the miniature console that didn't revolutionize anything, but instead chased the trend of plug-and-play emulation boxes that had to be released not once, but twice to meet demand. The Famicom Mini.
Ahem. Don't. Famicom Mini is short for Family Computer Mini. Up front we have the power button, cartridge eject lever, which is just for show, and reset button.
The power switch doesn't have a light, but exposes orange paint when the power is switched on. Never change, Nintendo.
There's also a bit of plastic meant to evoke the expansion port, but you can't plug anything in, as it too is just for show.
Games are built in, so it doesn't use cartridges at all. This flap doesn't flap. I'm sensing a theme here.
On the back we have the HDMI output port and mini USB power input. Or is that micro USB? I can never keep those two straight.
A note to those who want their retro experience in a more comfortable setting, you're going to need an HDMI to RF down converter and tune the TV to channel 3, if you're a masochist.
But the 720p signal is already compatible with any TV in the world that has HDMI, so...
But... nostalgia?
2 controllers come with the system. Literally. They're attached to the back.
If you were to crack open one of these cases, would you see that the cable actually runs the length of the console and attaches to the circuit board in the front?
Nope.
And they're tiny. So much smaller than the originals. Even smaller than Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers. Why didn't Nintendo anticipate the need to eventually replace them, or to use literally any other Wii Classic controller? One that actually fits in your hand? It's really hard to play well with these. Couldn't Nintendo have hidden a Wii Classic controller port behind the extension cover? That would have been so apropos. That line goes out to you, T-Busta.
Controller 2 should feature a microphone and volume slide, but for the 4th time, it's just more plastic molded fakery.
So what, no Pole's voice hate loud noises? No clever anachronistic Metal Gear callback?
Metal Gear's a Konami game. Didn't even come with the Famicom Mini.
Alright, but still, even the Famicom Nintendo Switch controllers have an actual working microphone that admittedly only works with the Famicom Online channel, but at least they're the right size.
Those controllers cost just as much alone as a Famicom Mini does. And the only reason I have a set is because you thought it might be good for a video.
But why do this? Why would Nintendo even bother if it's not going to go all the way?
Nostalgia. Making you pay good money as an adult for the poor decisions from your youth. The Famicom Mini was originally released in 2017, the same year that the NES Classic Edition was released in North America, which many thought was a cynical cash grab in an age of cheap and easy emulation, and a way to avoid releasing a virtual console on Nintendo's newest system. Now this was 30 years or more after some of Nintendo's most classic games were first released. And what did Famicom Mini buyers get with their Famicom Minis?
Popeye?
No.
Oh God, is that what I sound like?
Like the NES Classic Edition, the Famicom Mini comes with 30 games. Launch titles Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. are present, as well as 20 other games that are also available on the NES Classic Edition. That leaves 8 titles that are unique to the Famicom Mini. Atlantis no Nazo, a game also compatible with the Famicom microphone. Downtown Neketsu Monogatari, aka River City Ransom. Downtown Soriyuki Dai Undokai, which is another game in the Kunio-kun or River City Ransom series. Final Fantasy III, the real Final Fantasy III that is, none of this 6 stuff. Mario Open Golf, Solomon's Key, Tsupari Otsumo, which we covered in another episode, and ER Kung Fu.
1 year later, the NES Switch Online channel came to Western Shores and included a handful of these exclusive Famicom Mini games in its lineup. But that's another story in and of itself.
Well, that's all the time we have for...
Wait! I have one more thing.
Oh, is it another superficial copy of a beloved feature that doesn't do anything or add any value to the console?
That's right! Rounding out the nostalgia gimmick is something not released by Nintendo, but no Famicom would feel complete without. The Famicom Disk System Classic Box Mini Case. Ooh! Sold separately. On the front of the Disk System case is the facsimile of the disk loading slot. Directly underneath is a yellow tab to open the case, meant to evoke the eject button. Next to both of these is something the Famicom Mini lacks, a painted-on light. The case can't be powered by anything because it's just a case. It probably can't even fit 6 C-size batteries. The only things that can fit inside are the power adapter and HDMI cable when not in use. Which will probably be all the time for me, as this is the third classic system I own. It has some value, though. It comes with these stickers which mimic the originals in the Famicom, and the stock Mini lacks completely. For some reason.
While this case itself is merely for show, a number of Famicom Disk System games are available on the Famicom Mini, complete with Famicom Disk System loading BIOS and the original wavetable synthesis sound. Ooh, it's pretty.
Disk System games also retain other exclusive features, like save states.
What?
This is the part where you say, "Watch skill mode."
No.
Completely unlike the Famicom Disk System, you're stuck with these same 30 games forever. Unless you want to track down and pay for this special shiny Shonen Jump edition of the Famicom Mini. Otherwise, any game, cartridge, or disc-based has the same 4 save states as their NES Classic or Nintendo Switch Online counterparts. Although it doesn't include your favorite Zelda game.
Sean, I know what you're trying to do. I know it's a callback, but it's been years now. You think I don't know what Wrecking Crew is? Let's just bring this in for a landing, okay?
Okay, one last thing, I promise. There is precisely one data recorder game in this collection, which so far has had its save functionality restored in every emulated version we've ever tried. And there you have it.
Well, thank you for training at the Famicom Dojo all these years later. For those of you who've been watching since the beginning, there were a lot of references to our first ever video, which you can watch right here. And I hope you caught them all and appreciated them.
Thank you to our brand new Dojo Disciple patrons, Rita Ketchan and Chris Birkland, and existing patrons Alana Dunitz, Colin Swinburne, and Ogre III. There are lots more of you out there, and every single one makes this show possible. If you're thinking about becoming a patron, please go to patreon.com/Famicom Dojo and sign up today.
Join us again for more videos and more fun, and don't forget to...
Till next time.
Famicom Dojo 次回Famicom Dojo.
Stick that guy over there. All right. All right. Yep, that does not move. This flap is not flat, it jiggles. And then this bit in the front